Want to learn how you can make your skills a part of your customers' daily lives? You've come to the right place. My name is Vivek Sarthi. I'm a senior product manager in the Alexa Automations and Routines team. My team enables customers to simplify their lives by automating everyday tasks through a useful Alexa feature called Routines. I will be joined later by my colleagues Tariq and Alfredo. In this session, we will talk about the existing tools you can use today to drive skill engagement. Then, we will talk about two new features to further help you drive engagement and retention. We are going to first briefly summarize what we have been working on to drive skill discovery and engagement. First up, we have been working on featuring skills on the home screen of multimodal devices such as the Echo Show. This enables skill discovery for those who are new to the skill, while for returning customers, it serves as a reminder to re-engage with a skill as they have used in the past. Secondly, we are working on improving discovery for customers who search for skills using popular phrases such as Alexa, tell me a story, Alexa, I need a workout, or Alexa, let's play a game. Developers may have their skills suggested as Alexa's first response to these requests by updating their name-free interaction or NFI container with relevant phrases and ensuring that their skill models can handle these phrases. Customers then receive these suggestions from Alexa and on screen-based devices. In addition, we are enabling builders to increase engagement through NFI by surfacing your skill to customers who previously expressed interest in your skill. This channel is ideal for skill builders that want to improve re-engagement with customers. Select developers who have implemented NFI Toolkit will be onboarded to these affinity-based models without investing any additional effort. In 2020, we introduced Quick Links that allows you to create a web link to launch a skill. You can share this on social media, in emails, or even in text messages to friends. It removes the ambiguity around, is this the right skill? Or how do I launch a skill? Last year, we announced the launch of Sync Locales, which enables skill builders to make changes to their primary locale and let Alexa propagate those changes to other locales of the same language. This feature reduces development effort to reach a wider international audience, thus driving skill engagement. Now that we have summarized the features we have been working on to drive skill discovery, engagement, and retention, let's move on to what's coming. First, I will talk about the Alexa Routines Kit. But before that, let's define Alexa Routines. Alexa Routines is a feature accessible through the Alexa mobile app that helps users automate everyday tasks. Using routines, users can automatically execute a sequence of actions based on a trigger event. For example, a user can set up a routine so that Alexa wishes them good morning, reads the news briefing, and provides the weather update on weekdays at 8 a.m. The time 8 a.m. is what we refer to as the trigger event. Routines simplify users' lives by automating repetitive tasks such as turning on the patio lights at sunset, or keeping track of important actions that could be forgotten, such as locking the doors at night. Unlike the typical user-initiated voice-based interactions, Alexa routines can be configured to trigger on ambient events such as schedule when a customer arrives home, when motion is detected near the front door, and more. This enables routines to run on autopilot and deliver the desired experience to the user even when they forget to explicitly ask Alexa for it, allowing users to focus on more rewarding tasks that require greater cognition and effort. Routine users can be creative. Many create routines from scratch. To do this, they go to the Alexa mobile app, navigate to the Routines hub, and then select the desired trigger and action to configure their routine. For example, a routine that delivers multiple disparate actions, such as turning on the kitchen light, starting the coffee maker, and playing soothing music every morning when the user dismisses their alarm. Users are in complete control of the routine experience when they set up those routines from scratch, but it requires some effort to get started. We have found that most users need a little inspiration on routine ideas to get started. To make it easier for users to benefit from routines, we came up with the idea of pre-built routines. These pre-built routines are curated by the Alexa Routines team and offered to customers through multiple channels. We started offering these pre-built routines through the Feature tab in the Routines hub in the Alexa mobile app. Customers can easily enable these pre-built routines with a couple of clicks. We also offered these pre-built routines to customers through WUI during their interactions with Alexa. Customers can seamlessly enable these pre-built routines with a simple voice opt-in. Due to the discovery of these pre-built routines and the ease of enabling them, we see that more than 50% of routines created are pre-built routines. Since routines help users simplify their lives, we have seen strong customer adoption. In the last 2 years, the number of monthly routine users has quadrupled. The key driver of this acceleration has been pre-built routines, particularly ones that are offered through WUI, which now contribute the majority of pre-built routines enabled each month. Routine users also tend to be more engaged compared to non-routine users. For instance, routine users have 4 times the engagement and 40% higher retention compared to non-routine users. To provide users access to the rich selection of functionalities offered by Alexa Skills, we added skills as an action category in routines in October 2019. This launch enabled users to configure routines with their favorite skill as a routine action. The rich selection of actions offered by skills provide customers the flexibility to configure routines that meet their specific requirements. Since launch, we have seen a continuous increase in the volume of such routines. In the last year, the number of customers using a skill in a routine increased 25%. Today, millions of routine executions are powered by Alexa skills each month. However, this experience when a skill is selected as an action in routine is not seamless for the user. Users can open a skill as part of a routine execution, but during routine execution, they have to provide a voice input to request the skill for a specific action. This results in a multi-turn dialogue and therefore higher user effort. User feedback indicated that they wanted to directly execute the specific action offered by the skill rather than engage in a multi-turn dialogue during routine execution. Therefore, there was an opportunity to make the experience more seamless and accelerate customer adoption of routines powered by skills. So to recap, we had 3 key learnings. First, routine users can be creative, but most need a little inspiration on routine ideas. Second, pre-built routines, when offered through WUI, accelerates adoption of routines. And third, user adoption of routines powered by skills has been strong, but users prefer deep linking into the specific skill action rather than engaging in a multi-turn dialogue during routine execution. We use these 3 learnings to build 2 key capabilities that will help you drive engagement with your skill through routines. First, we'll talk briefly about custom tasks in routines, which we launched in public beta earlier in 2022. Then, we will talk about the Alexa Routines Kit. Custom tasks represent discrete functionalities of a skill and can be invoked through both voice and non-voice modalities, allowing skill developers to create richer experiences. Until recently, skill developers could use custom tasks in skill connections and quick links. With the integration of custom tasks in routines, skill developers can surface specific functionalities of their skills as actions in routines. This allows customers to pre-select a specific action while configuring their routines. This deep linking to a specific functionality of the skill eliminates the need for a multi-turn dialogue, which results in a seamless user experience during routine execution. Skill developers can use custom tasks to not only offer existing functionalities of their skills as actions, but also curate entirely new experiences tailored to routines. Custom task in routines is the fundamental building block of Alexa Routines Kit, which we'll discuss next. Today, I'm excited to announce the developer preview of Alexa Routines Kit, which will enable you to proactively offer pre-built routines to your customers through WUI. As previously discussed, pre-built routines offered through WUI has been the key driver of growth for routines. Now we are offering you the ability to craft routines and provide these to your customers during their interactions with your skill. This gives customers an easy way to opt in through WUI. Once enabled, your skill becomes part of their everyday lives. You can craft these routines by combining the predefined triggers and actions that Alexa Routines Kit offers out of the box with an action supported by your skill. With Alexa Routines Kit, you can expand your participation from user-initiated voice-based interactions to routines, which could be triggered not just through voice, but also through non-voice ambient triggers such as time. Alexa Routines Kit empowers you to drive engagement and retention with your skill. The monthly engagement of customers using a skill in a routine is 7 times higher, and the 6-month retention is 8 times higher compared to customers who don't use that skill in a routine. For several skills, we even observed that majority of the traffic is generated from routines. Alexa Routines Kit serves as an effective lever to engage with your customers, build deeper non-transactional relationships, and become part of their everyday lives. Alexa Routines Kit ultimately benefits customers as it allows them to discover useful pre-built routines during their interactions with skills. As part of the routine offer experience, Alexa asks the customer if they would like to enable the pre-built routine offered by your skill. The GUI provides them a simple way to respond with a yes or no. The ability to enable these pre-built routines through a simple opt-in allows customers to set up useful routines without the effort required to set up routines from scratch. Additionally, since the pre-built routine is offered during the skill interaction, customers will find them contextually relevant. These routines, once enabled by the customer, are available to view in the Alexa app, and customers are in control of these routines once they're enabled. For instance, a customer can change the trigger from voice to schedule in their routine, or add a new action such as traffic update to a good morning routine that already delivers news and weather. Now let's hear from our partners at Jaguar Lad Rover how they are using the Alexa Routines Kit to help their customers achieve peace of mind that their vehicle is safe.
At Jaguar and Land Rover, we're committed to creating modern luxury experiences for our customers. Voice technology allows us to deliver these experiences by making it easy and convenient to remotely interact with the car by simply speaking naturally. Our skill allows customers to remotely control the temperature within the vehicle, check fuel and range, battery charging status, and even remotely lock and unlock. As part of our constant efforts to improve our customer experience, we have partnered with Alexa this year to build more functionality into our skill. Using the new Alexa Routines Kit, we are creating a pre-built routine for our customers, so they don't need to create new ones from scratch. All they need to do is respond with a simple yes when we offer these routines to them. The new Goodnight routine checks if our customers' vehicles are locked and reminds them of the charge or fuel level at the end of the day. It also enables Guardian Mode, which provides you with alerts if there is unauthorized interaction with your vehicle. With this additional peace of mind, they are prepared for the drive in the morning. The routine can either be scheduled or requested at any time. Here's a demo of the routine in action.
Alexa, ask Land Rover if my doors are locked.
Your Defender's doors are locked and your car is secure.
Alexa, ask Land Rover to enable Guardian Mode.
Your Defender's Guardian Mode is now enabled. Please check the Land Rover remote app for more details. Oh, here's an idea. I can create a routine where I automatically enable Guardian Mode, check if your vehicle is secure, and report the range when you say, "Tell my Land Rover good night." Would you like that?
Yes.
Okay. I have created a routine for you. You can make changes to it and create new routines in the Alexa app.
Alexa, tell my Land Rover good night.
Hi, I've just completed the routine checks on your Defender. Your range is approximately 230 miles, with a fuel level of 50%. Your doors are locked and your car is secure. Your vehicle's Guardian Mode is now enabled. Please check the Land Rover remote app for more details.
Adopting the Alexa Routines Kit is allowing us to develop a routine for the customers, where previously they had to do it themselves. It also means the setup is as simple as saying yes to an Alexa voice prompt. We see smart assistants to be an increasingly important part of delivering a modern luxury experience at home or on the go. Integrating with Alexa enables us to offer our customers additional access to their vehicles using the latest voice technology.
We thank our partners at Jaguar Land Rover for adopting the Alexa Routines Kit and sharing their experience. Now let's go over the high-level experience of integrating your skill with the Alexa Routines Kit. The first step is to explore the predefined triggers and actions that we are offering as part of the Alexa Routines Kit. There are 4 triggers offered out of the box: voice, time, sunrise, and sunset. And there are 7 actions including weather, news, skill launch, and custom tasks. The schemas of these out-of-the-box triggers and actions are provided in the developer documentation. Second, determine the specific routine you want to offer to your customers. You can combine the out-of-the-box trigger and actions with an action supported by your skill to craft compelling routines. As a requirement, one action in the routine must be provided by your skill. Accordingly, you can create the custom task corresponding to the specific action that your skill provides in the routine. Third, create the routine payload using the steps described in the developer documentation. The payload is a JSON representation of the routine that you're offering. This is how the JSON payload for a hypothetical routine looks like. In this example, the routine plays the weather forecast and then plays a news update, which is provided by a hypothetical news skill weekdays at 7:30 a.m., the trigger event. As you can see in the payload, the trigger and actions are represented by distinct objects. You can find the schemas of these triggers and actions in the developer documentation, which you can use to construct the routine payload. Alexa Routines Kit leverages Manage Skill Connection, which enables you to send the routine payload to Alexa when you want to offer the routine to your customer during the skill session. The code block in this slide represents the Manage Skill Connection directive that you will send to Alexa. This directive contains the payload for the routine that you're offering to your customer. Once the routine payload is received, Alexa will stitch together a voice prompt describing the routine and offer it to the customer. And if the customer accepts the routine offer, Alexa will create the routine on their behalf. Alexa will then return a response directive, which you can use in your code logic. The code block in this slide represents the response directive from Alexa to your Manage Skill Connection request. You can execute all these steps using your skill while it's still in development stage, so you can test out the voice experience using your own customer ID and make any edits to the routine before offering it to your customers. The best part of all this is that you are in complete control over the routine offers. For example, if you track customer engagement, such as new, returning, or highly engaged customers, you can tailor the routine offers accordingly. For instance, you can offer a multi-action routine only to highly engaged users, or may decide to offer routines only to returning customers but not to new customers. You can even personalize the routine experience. For example, if customer A often invokes your skill at 7 a.m. while customer B invokes your skill at 8 a.m., you can offer a routine with a 7 a.m. schedule trigger to customer A and 8 a.m. to customer B. Finally, you will decide at what point during the skill session you want to offer the pre-built routine to your customer. The specific moments could be anywhere during the interaction, which will depend on where it is the most natural fit during the skill session. As a good practice, we recommend that you limit the number of routine offers to a specific customer. Alexa also has built-in guardrails that will prevent a skill from making frequent offers to a specific customer. This feature is available today in developer preview. To qualify for evaluation, your skill needs to be available in an English-speaking locale and should not be a child-directed or a HIPAA skill. If your skill meets this criteria, we will evaluate your skill for participation in this preview. We love to hear your feedback as we work to refine this feature and make it widely available. You can find additional onboarding resources on the Alexa developer portal. We're only getting started and have several exciting enhancements planned for future releases. We will soon launch APIs that will enable you to retrieve metrics related to the pre-built routines that you offer to your customers. We will also roll out additional predefined triggers and actions which will enable you to unlock new routines experiences. We're excited to see the routines that you craft and the experiences they unlock for your customers. We welcome your participation in the preview and look forward to your feedback. Now let's learn from my colleagues, Tariq and Alfredo, how their team has simplified the skill account linking experience using voice, thereby reducing drop-off during skill engagement.
Thanks, Vivek. I'm Tariq Khan. I'm a senior product manager in Alexa Skills Kit team. My team enables skill developers to craft experiences that make Alexa a natural and enriching part of everyday life. Before I talk about this feature, let's first understand what is skill account linking. Account linking allows Alexa users to establish a connection between their Amazon identity and their identity within your system. Once linked, users can get personal content from your service by interacting with Alexa. For instance, in order to get their favorite pizza order from food ordering service using voice, users will need to link their food ordering skill account with Alexa. Today, When users are prompted by Alexa to link their skill account, they have to leave the skill, pull up their phone, and find their way to the account linking ingress in the Alexa app. Once within the app, they need to enter their login credentials before their skill account is linked. While we remove the friction associated with entering credentials using app-to-app account linking, users asked us why force them to go to the app for account linking when they're having a conversation with their favorite Alexa skill. Well, no more. Today I'm excited to announce the general availability of voice-forward account linking that you can implement to allow your customers to use their voice for linking account. With this feature, you can make the linking experience more natural for your users, thereby providing them personalized experiences faster. If your users don't already have an account, they can create a new one without exiting their interaction with your skill. Now this is my favorite part. What's in it for your customers? First off, in moving from app-based account linking to voice, your customers can save 6 steps. Second, they can use voice to sign into your skill using login with Amazon and get access to personalized content in a natural and simplified way. Third, they can create new accounts using voice if they're new to your skill. Previously, they had to leave your skill experience to pursue the same. And finally, since we are relying on Alexa's person recognition capabilities, they also don't need to recall and enter the login credentials of their account with your service. This is all done without compromising the safety of the customers. Now on to an even more important part. What's in it for you? Early results suggest that customers find this way of account linking much easier. With this feature, our beta partner Voice Apps has seen a 3-fold improvement in the conversion rate, which measures users who successfully complete account linking after being voice prompted by Alexa to do so. Second, we have listened to your feedback, so no more dependency on the Alexa app for account linking. Third, you can transform your skill as another customer acquisition channel, as new accounts can now be created by simply using your customer's voice. And last, now that your customers don't need to leave your skill experience to link their accounts, they will continue to interact with your skill and thereby reducing drop-off and boosting engagement. Let's now hear from one of our partners, Voice Apps, on how it has simplified the account linking experience for its sleep sound skill using voice-forward account linking.
My passion is to solve problems using technology. When Alexa-enabled devices were first introduced, I wondered what I could develop for them. I created my first Alexa skill called Guard Dog, which helps deter criminals by playing dog barking, growling, and snarling sounds while users are away from their homes. Today, I am the CEO of Voice Apps, a self-serve platform that provides people the tools to create and monetize their own Alexa skills without writing any code. We use the Voice Apps platform to develop our own skills as well. Some of the most popular are our sleep sounds and sleep tales skills, which play ambient sounds and stories to help users fall asleep fast and stay asleep all night long. As you can imagine, interrupting these customers with promotional messaging or review requests when they are trying to go to sleep is a recipe for frustrated users and bad reviews. To communicate with our customers through more traditional channels such as email, we implemented standard account linking, which prompts users to link their account using the Alexa app. This allowed us to eliminate any messaging from the skill, but still stay connected to our users. While this achieved our goals, the experience for our customers wasn't great. It required customers to leave the voice experience and complete several steps on their mobile device to link their Amazon account with their Sleep Sounds account. Enter voice-forward account linking. This feature allows most users to complete the account linking process in under a minute without interrupting their skill experience. All they need to do is verbally consent to link their account when they interact with our skill, and they are simply signed in using Login with Amazon. All of this is done with the utmost privacy and customer trust safeguards, as Alexa uses person recognition technology to ensure the right person consents to linking the account. By capturing customer preferences against their linked accounts, we can offer them a personalized experience through our skill and engage them with content they like through traditional channels. Now, let's take a look at the before and after scenarios to better understand this voice-forward account linking feature.
Alexa, play sleep sounds.
To listen to sleep sounds, you'll need to link your account by going to the Skills section of your Alexa app.
Alexa, play sleep sounds. Alexa, play sleep sounds brown noise.
Here is the Skills Sleep Sounds Brown Noise by Voice Apps LLC. Welcome to Brown Noise. You are about to hear one of our most relaxing sleep sounds. Since this is a sleep skill, we don't want you to hear messages in the skill. Would you like to link to your account so we can communicate with you through email? You can say, link my account or no.
Link my account.
To find your Sleep Sounds Brown Noise account, I need to share information from your Alexa profile. Do you give Sleep Sounds Brown Noise permission to access your name, zip code, and email address? You can say, I approve or no.
I approve.
Brian, to authenticate your request, say, my code is, followed by the code we sent to your phone.
Alexa, my code is 043403.
Great, Brian. I found your Sleep Sounds Brown Noise account and have linked it successfully. You can manage your linked account by going to the Skills section of your Alexa app. Look for a welcome email from us. Now, here is your sleep sound.
Now that you've watched the demo, let me take you under the hood and show you how we are able to facilitate such a seamless account linking experience for your customers. Step 1. Users engage with your skill and are prompted by Alexa to link their account. Step 2. Your skill passes control to Alexa to get their skill account linked. Step 3. Alexa obtains user consent and validates the profile information sharing request with a one-time password. Step 4. As soon as the request is validated, Alexa generates an authorization code for your customer from Login with Amazon and completes the account linking steps behind the scenes. Once linked, Alexa confirms the same to your user and invokes your skill again with separate tokens, one for account linking and the other for calling Customer Profile API to get users' profile information. No more losing happily engaged users due to friction in skill account linking. You will have the session back once voice forward account linking is complete. Having seen the demo and mechanics of how the feature works, I'm sure you cannot wait to get started. But first, let's get some key skill requirements out of the way. To use voice forward account linking, your skill must be a custom skill and should not belong to a child-directed, finance, or health categories. Your skill must also use Login with Amazon as an identity provider. Now, let's hear from my colleague Alfredo on how you can onboard your skill to voice forward account linking.
Thanks, Tariq. I'm Alfredo, and I'm a senior software engineer in Tariq's team. I'll start by saying that in addition to making voice forward account linking a seamless experience for your users, we also have solved some tough engineering problems to make it easy for you to implement this functionality. If you have account linking already configured for your skill, you can enable voice forward account linking in 5 single steps. By the way, if you see the abbreviation VAL on these slides, it refers to voice forward account linking. First, visit the Alexa Developer Console and navigate to the account linking section. There, you will find the toggle that says Allow users to link their account to your skill using voice. You will need to turn it on and save the account linking configuration. Second, go to the Permissions tab. Configure and save the permissions you need for your skill. Once consented by the user, you can access their name, email address, phone number, country region, and postal code. After making these two changes on the developer console, you'll be ready to implement voice-forward account linking in your skill code. Next, to start the voice-forward account linking experience from your skill, you need to invoke the val skill from your skill Lambda using skill connections. To achieve this, you need to implement a new intent handler that returns a start connection directive. You can invoke the val skill by requesting an ask for account linking task. You will use this task to pass the control to val skill when a customer makes a request to your skill that requires account linking. To identify if a customer is not account linked before you initiate the request, you can check for the presence of the account linking access token in the request that you receive for your skill. Once your skill sends the request to the val skill, we will handle the linking experience end-to-end, and will resume your skill when the linking process is complete. Fourth, before sending your skill for certification, you should ensure that the skill is working as intended with the new val experience. You can validate this by using the Alexa simulator in the developer console. An important thing to remember during testing is that you check for the value in the status object within the skill connections response received by your skill. It should read linked if the customer was successfully linked by the end of the val flow. Finally, once you have completed testing the new voice-forward account linking experience end-to-end, you can go ahead and submit your skill for certification. And that's it, you're done. And this end-to-end process can be easily completed within 2 weeks. You can find the resources to get started in the Alexa Developer Portal. By the way, we're only getting started. Next, we will add support for skills that have a custom auth implementation. For example, you don't need to use login with Amazon as an identity provider. To enable voice-forward account linking for this use case, we will allow lookup of a user account with email address or phone number. Stay tuned for more. Let's recap what we learned today. First, we introduced you to a new feature called the Alexa Routines Kit that you can use to proactively offer pre-built routines that your customers in turn can enable to make specific actions for your skill a part of their daily routine. This reduces the burden of your customers to create new routines and also enables you to drive skill engagement. We invite you to participate in the developer preview and offer feedback so that we can continue to improve this feature. Secondly, we announced the general availability of voice-forward account linking that now enables your customers to link their account with your service to your skill on Alexa so they can offer personalized experiences for them. And remember, all this is done within your skill experience without the need for customers to go to the Alexa app for account linking. All you need is their voice consent and they can get going. We invite you to get started with these features so that you can continue to drive customer engagement with your skills. Thanks for attending this session.